Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Mic Drop Show. Hey, I'm Mike Morawski, your bounce back coach, here every Wednesday morning where we meet and we talk real estate and life. Hey, some weeks I bring on a special guest, and other weeks I just dig into the questions that you ask throughout the week. And this morning we are going to dig into several of those questions that you and other listeners have asked throughout the week. Hey, I've been doing this business for over 30 years through a lot of ups and downs and everything in between. My mission is simple, though, to help you avoid mistakes, grow smarter, build freedom through multifamily investing. Hey, today we're tracking we're tackling more of the top questions, and I'll point out to you in some upcoming sessions where industry leaders are going to break through a lot of the questions that you come up with here and that we talk about this morning. So I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're having a great day and things are going well for you. I just got back from a long walk this morning, which was pretty invigorating, and got to spend some time outside and just kind of listen to the world around me and a little podcast and just kind of get intentional about the day. And, I always talk about that, we need to become intentional about what we're doing, because our results for our activity don't necessarily happen the day we take that action, but they really happen over time, right? I always say that the seed you plant today will really manifest for you in the next 60 to 90 days. So I hope that you're out planting seeds. I hope that you're out working on things that are growing your business, helping you get educated, and helping you do things that are going to help you, grow personally. I always like to say we never grow professionally till we grow personally, and that's where the growth happens. So, hey, one question I keep getting asked from people is a mindset. Does it really matter, or is it all about the numbers? And numbers are important, and I'm a big number tracker, but it really matters. Mindset really matters more than you think. There's that old story that you might have heard that says, no matter how good of a salesperson you are or how bad of a salesperson you are, if you walk up to 100 people and say, hey, you wouldn't want to buy this deck of cards, would you? uh, Ultimately somebody's going to buy that deck of cards from you. But if you have the right intention and the right attitude and your mind's in a great place, and you walk up to 100 people and ask, hey, let me give you this deck of cards that's going to help enhance your life and help you be better at whatever you do, you're going to sell more decks of cards, right? But mindset keeps you in the game. It helps you stay focused. I think I've seen over the last several months a lot of people get out of the multifamily space. They've gone off and looked at other things that seem more uh, what do you say? The grass is greener on the other side, right? But people walk away and they go do other things because the business got a little bit harder. Well, our mindset is what keeps us in the game. So if any of that resonates with you, I hope that you're doing things that are going to help you increase your mindset. What are you putting in on a daily basis? That is coming out positively. Who are you talking to? Who are the 5 people in your circle of influence? Well, you know what? I want to offer you an opportunity. My multifamily summit is coming up on October 16th and 17th. This is the 6th year for this summit. And this year I have Jay LaGuardia, who is going to talk about mindset and mastery around mindset. I had Jay on my podcast a couple of months ago, and I just have to say that some of the things that he said were outside of the norm, outside of the box. A lot of times you listen to people talk about mindset, and it might be some of the same coaches and trainers that you've heard over and over again or that are in the mainstream. But Jay he's in his own mainstream and he's got his own philosophy. And boy, he said some things to me that just really changed my focus. But on October 16th, he's going to be my lead-off speaker. He's going to open the event for us. And really that's where it starts. It starts with our mindset. Then it starts with our goal setting and our business planning. But Jay's going to cover mindset mastery on October 16th. So, you know, don't miss, if you're going to miss the event, don't miss the first speaker, right? Jay LaGuardia at the multifamily summit this year. He's going to really bring some insights and some different knowledge for you that will be helpful for you. Another question that I got this week, which was very interesting because this came from a more seasoned investor, right? Somebody who's been doing the business for a while. And you may or may not know, I've been in the business 30 years. I've made a lot of mistakes and I've learned a lot over time. I actually had somebody say to me yesterday, they said, it's just really good to work with somebody with some wisdom. And when I was younger growing up, and I think when we're younger, we don't think about people with wisdom, right? Or we don't think about other people that maybe have gone through some life experiences as having that wisdom. So, and even today, being older, going through all those experiences, I don't know that I really have a lot of wisdom, but I have made some mistakes to try and help people avoid. And one of them was that I overextended myself. And overextending yourself can put you in a situation where your business could come off the rails if you're not careful and you're not watching it. But also at my summit coming up and speaking October 16th, midday, John Casman has become a good friend over the years, but he's going to talk about how to build your business, how to build it steady, to build a solid foundation, how to start in the multifamily space if you haven't started there, how to maybe transition from single family to multifamily, how to leave your corporate career. John had a big corporate career working for companies like GM in their marketing department. But he's going to teach you how to build a multifamily portfolio strategically without overextending yourself. But John's going to be speaking on October 16th. So I hope that you definitely make the event this year in order to catch a couple of these speakers that we're going to have. And, at the Multifamily Summit, which I do every year, this will be the 6th year. It's a virtual event. It's 2 days. We have 20 speakers and 20 panelists. I'm talking about a couple of speakers and panelists this morning that, you know, their whole goal is to bring the gift to you, right? To give you the gift of their knowledge, their expertise, their ability to help you grow and scale your business. So, to participate and take part in that gift, to be a receiver of that is just, it's a blessing for you, right? And it will help you in the coming months, because I'm watching the market starting to change. And I'm not sure if you are watching any of the economists or looking at the numbers, but things are changing and we're coming out of this down cycle. And, I've been telling people for a while now, I say, if you're waiting for the news, for CNN or Fox News to say, hey, the market has changed, it's going to be too late. It's going to be over. And if you start to watch some of the trends in the residential space, if you start to look at the GDP numbers, unemployment rates, interest rates starting to move, a little bit more flexibility, inflation down, you start to look at those things and you look at history and how the changes happened in history before, you're going to see that we're coming out. And as we start to come up and we start to cycle back up, you put yourself in a position where you have the wind at your back. So whether you're an active investor or whether you're a passive investor looking to participate in the multifamily space and to do more, now's the time to get involved. Another question that I get is, what's the smartest way to use my retirement funds in real estate? I think that's a great question. I got asked that by two different people over the last couple of weeks, and I thought, wow, what a profound question. I talked to my staff and I said, I think that this is really something we should talk about on the show. But there are opportunities out there. Self-directed retirement accounts. They open doors that most investors really don't have options for. So by participating in real estate investing as a passive investor, using your qualified funds, your IRAs. Uh, and now with the big beautiful bill that's been passed, one of the things in that big beautiful bill and the tax bill that is benefiting real estate investors is that if you are employed and you have a 401k, now you can use that 401k in alternative investments. Doesn't have to be real estate, could be another alternative investment. But Karen Hall with UDirect is a longtime friend and CEO of UDirect. UDirect is an IRA company that helps you, or facilitator. What they do is you open your IRA or you roll over a current IRA into UDirect, and they will help you place your investments in alternative investing like real estate. But Karen Hall is teaching our IRA strategies and real estate investing on October 16th at the summit. And she's one of the most knowledgeable people I know in this space. UDirect is a company that we refer all the time to our investors, our investor partners, helping them build their portfolio. So Karen, I know, is going to be talking about this new tax bill that got passed and how it benefits you using your self-directed IRA, using your 401ks moving forward in the coming months. So definitely some speakers coming up at the summit this year that you're definitely going to want to drop in and listen to. And here's a really great thing too. If you can't be there for the entire 2 days or for a full day, you can only drop in and out and listen to different speakers. The schedule's online. You can go take a look at the agenda, the schedule, who's speaking, what time they're speaking. But the event is going to be recorded, and if you're a participant, you'll get a copy of the event, so you'll be able to go back and listen to all those speakers. And here's what I like about this is that you're going to be able to go back and listen to people like Jay and John Kasman and Karen over and over again. If you missed something, I always say, you go back and you listen to some of these things repetitively, because repetition builds reinforcement, but you'll always pick up another nugget that you didn't hear the first time through or the second time through. I listened to a podcast this morning that I've listened to a couple of times, and, I said, wow, I didn't hear that last time. That was a great idea. And it gave me an opportunity to write something down, take a note, and say, I need to talk about implementing this. So, another tax strategy, as long as we're talking about taxes in that, is cost segregation. I've had people ask, how does it actually work? How does it actually help investors? Is it something I can benefit in as a passive investor? Can I participate in cost segregation? The answer to all that is yes. Cost segregation helps you pay less in taxes, take more depreciation, benefit from more of that government gift that the government gives you. But segregation is one of the sharpest tax tools that you can have in your toolbox as an investor, whether you're an active investor or a passive investor. So it's money that helps fuel more growth for you and more financial freedom. Kevin Cawley is an expert in cost segregation and the depreciation methods around that. He's going to explain in his session at the summit on October 16th how cost segregation works with depreciation and how those will help you take more write-offs early on in your investing. So, hey, if you're a high income earner and you need a write-off of $200,000 because your tax bill is going to be so high, this might be a session that you want to listen to. even if you're just a W-2 worker making, moderate income, it's going to be able to help you as well. And who can participate? How do you participate? Are all things that will work for you. So, again, I'm just going to encourage you to join the event coming up in October 16th and 17th, my sixth annual multifamily summit, 2 days virtual event, 20 speakers and panelists, some big names from around the country that are nationally known that are going to come and just pour into you, right? Each speaker will talk for about 45 minutes, then there'll be some Q&A, there'll be some networking going on, but we're going to go from 9 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. No stops. So make sure you got a lunch and some snacks nearby so that you can, stay fueled and energized, get up, walk around. But we're going to have a great 2 days. And I'm super excited about this year, about the speakers in that. I talked about 4 of them this morning that are going to just, like I said, pour into you, give you the gift. All right, that's a wrap for today. That's a mic drop. Hey, don't forget, we're here every week on Wednesday morning. Don't forget about the 6th annual Multifamily Summit, October 16th and 17th. And if you just go to multifamily25.com, multifamily25.com, you'll be able to see all the speakers, their bios, the agenda, what times, what days they are speaking at. So that's all online, ready for you to participate in now. So get registered before seats run out. We've been, a lot of people have registered. We've sold a lot of tickets. Our early bird special has expired. Sorry about that, but we're fueled for your success this year. So we're going to pour into you and just give you the benefits that you can benefit from. So we're going to talk more about fueling your future. So, like I said, you're going to hear from Jay LaGuardia about mindset, John Kasman about scaling, building a solid foundation and scaling, Karen Hall about using your qualified funds self-directed, and Kevin Cawley talking about how to use the tax benefits to your advantage through cost segregation and depreciation. Full details on all of this at multifamily25.com, multifamily25.com. And that's it. Hey, I want to give a big shout out this morning to our sponsors, Sync VA, helping real estate professionals streamline and scale their business. So if you're somebody who's looking for an executive assistant, you need help with a closing coordinator, you need lead generation, you need social media or marketing help, go to mysyncva.com, mysyncva.com, mysyncva.com. And then if you're looking for more information on cost segregation, CSSI, they're the experts in cost segregation and tax strategies. You can go to cssiservices.com and find Kevin Cawley there. And then if you are an investor, you're looking to invest in real estate and you're reimagining what your financial future would look like through real estate investing, Resilience Equity. Reach out, take a look at their website, see how they can help you with some financial strategies that will help grow your business. But resilienceequity.com. So we'll be back next Wednesday morning. Bring your coffee. Tell somebody about this show on Wednesday mornings. Bring a friend. Bring your questions. If you have questions during the week, DM me, send me an email. Let me know. They may be featured on next week's show. But let's keep building your multifamily future. Let's keep building together, helping you grow, helping you expand your business. I'm Mike Morawski, your multifamily bounce back coach, and I will see you next week. Thanks everybody for being here, and have a great week.